Welcome back, everybody. We have just finished watching Ant-Man. This is, part 11? 12?
11, 12?
Something like that.
11, because 5 in the first phase, 6 in the second phase, and this is last one in the second phase.
Yep.
Pretty sure.
Okay. It doesn't matter. In
Really.
our quest to rewatch every MCU project, movie, show, everything up until the release of Avengers Secret Wars. I am Bladen, this is Joe, and he is going to give you a quick rundown, synopsis of the film, and then we're going to get right into the review.
Yeah, so, after getting out of prison, Scott Lang is struggling to make ends meet. When his friend offers him a chance for some cash, and Scott sees no other way out, he finds something that will change the course of his life. Ant-Man held its world premiere at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, Los Angeles on June 29th, 2015, and was released in the United States on July 17th. So, hot takes.
I don't really have a hot take on this movie, do you?
I don't know how hot of a take it is, but I like this better than Guardians. I think this movie is a better movie than Guardians 1.
I'd agree. But I really like this movie. This is a really good movie.
No, and another hot take, I think Darren Cross is the lamest out of all the villains that we get for the first 3 phases.
I think Darren Cross is a better villain than Ronan.
Mm-hmm. See, there's parts of Ronan that I don't like, but there's also some parts of him that I do like. Like, just his brutality mindset is much better than some of the other villains. And overall, I think he's more intimidating. So, I think slightly better than Darren Cross, in my personal opinion. But overall, I think Darren Cross is the worst villain out of the first 3 phases of the MCU.
Yep, alright.
But yeah, that's my hot takes. So, question 1. Good movie.
Yeah. Good movie.
This is a pretty good movie. There's a lot of creative combat, and I think that adds to quite a bit of this.
I do really like the fight choreography with like the shrinking and the growing and how they can interweave that into a good fight. Like a good fight. I really like the scene where he comes flying through the bullet hole. He jumps onto the gun and then takes those guys out like that. He grabs the guy by the tie and flips him through.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't make much sense with what we were told about the way the technology works.
Yeah.
They do break their own rules a lot.
Yeah. They definitely do. Like, the tank is on a keychain, but it definitely should weigh as much as a tank because it hasn't changed its mass. It's only changed its size.
Yep.
Which, yeah, there's quite a few times that comes up, and it's like, well, I can overlook it, but at the same time, it is a problem for a movie, especially when you have that science spoken out in the movie.
And it's a big part of the movie. And
it's a part of the movie, But it's something you can overlook, but they shouldn't have overlooked.
No, for sure. I'm just pulling up making sure it's pulled up. Yeah, we got it.
Okay. So, if you could change things about this, would you? What would you change?
Yeah, I don't think I would change anything about the movie. I would have liked to see Hank Pym be the main Ant-Man, but I do really like Paul Rudd as Scott Lang. Yes. I thought he could have pulled off a good Hank Pym as well.
Yeah, no, if they had brought in Scott and been like, Scott is Hank, rather than having already established Ant-Man, like, unless there's something in like the Peggy Carter show that already had brought in this Hank Pym, like, I don't know if they should have gone with it like that. But at the same time, for a heist movie, it makes sense to do it the way they did.
Yeah,
and that's the big part, is that for this movie, it's definitely a heist movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole point of the movie, is that it is a heist movie. And if you had only had Hank Pym, it would have been really hard to do a heist movie. Like, I don't think it would have worked very well. But one of the things I would have changed, I would have left the ants as just their ants, like, rather than trying to personalize one ant, which causes a problem of, if you're going to personalize one ant, then technically every ant is an individual character in the movie, and then you have him throwing like hundreds of ants at Darren Cross, so he's like just sacrificing all these individual ants, whereas if you were just to leave it and he didn't,
I always
have
thought that it
any
was
fallout.
more of a thing to, like, Scott has a personal connection to Anthony because, one, it's the first ant he actually, like, rode.
Yeah, that he interacts
It's the
with.
one that got him out of prison. He's the one he has the most interaction with.
Yeah.
So I do think that there is that connection there that he has to Anthony that he doesn't have to all of the other ants.
But at the same
time, it's like, yeah. I understand.
It's like having
coming
50 dogs and being like, well, now it doesn't matter because I have 50 dogs, so I'm going to let all of them die. Like, no, that if you're going to personalize the ants, like, you have to treat it
Well, I don't even think
properly.
I don't even think that it was like that.
No, I'm not saying it is like that, but I'm saying, like, if they're going to bring Anthony in and be like, oh, hey, so you have this ant that's personalized, then...
Well, I never saw.
So say you have 50 dogs and you name one of them. And
no,
then,
he named all the other ants.
I know he does, but I'm just saying, like, as a comparison. Like, say you have one dog that you have named, and then you have 50 other dogs, and you're just like, all of them attack, like, and 50 of them die. Like,
well, yeah, that's what
then
he did.
It's obviously something different than what they should have been doing in this movie.
Well, no, it's not like Scott was giving Anthony, like, favoritism and, like, making...
No, I'm
like,
not saying that.
He was involved in the battle. He was one of the ants going after it. It's just that...
No, because
Scott was
does
on
give him
top.
favoritism, because when Anthony dies, he's like, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, because
but he's
Scott...
already lost, like, 8 ants.
No, none of the ants had died yet.
At that point, you would have had the ones that were on Darren Cross that got crushed.
No, he didn't crush any of them. They very specifically showed that he didn't crush them. He just threw them.
Literally, when he starts getting bit, he's literally, like, slapping himself. You're telling me not a single ant died from him slapping himself?
Well, the reason that he had such a reaction when Anthony died is because he was literally riding on top of him at the moment he was shot.
I know.
So it would have been
saying,
more...
like, it's disconnected to have Anthony and then to have him, like, not even react to all the other ants. Like, that's my thing.
Yeah. Well.
I wouldn't have had Anthony be named in this movie, and just you didn't even have to name him. You could have even had him be like, oh, 47 when he died, and be like, and you could even bring that in later and be like, oh, now he wants to have a personal connection with the ants because he's had that one that wasn't named, and, like, you could have done something with that, but I don't know. There's I don't want to say implied favoritism, but yeah, it's implied favoritism of that one particular ant, and he doesn't care about any of the others. Like,
well, I don't even think it's to the point where he doesn't care about them. It's just like,
I know
they're in a battle.
It's like implied stuff. Like, but
yeah.
Again, it is a battle, and I 100% agree with that. But then when you have, like, say he named one other one, like, and then that one dies, and it's like, okay, so you've lost 2 ants, like.
No, but he does lose all of the ants.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, if he had 2 personalized ants, and then, like, both of them died, like, I don't think you're getting what I'm saying, but...
I don't think I am.
It's okay. I just, in this movie, I would not have had a named ant at all. I would have left it so that they didn't have to personalize any of the ants. But yeah. That was the biggest thing for me personally, was I just don't think they should have named an ant. Anything you would have changed aside?
I would have just given them more... While I do like the suit, I would have made it more comic accurate. I do like it in some aspects, I don't in others. Like, why is it all leather? I prefer his, like, later suits in the MCU to where it's more streamlined and yeah. But I do like this one, especially because it was built in, like, the 80s,
so before the 80s.
it does make sense, but I would have liked maybe instead of having it sort of inverses the comic color scheme where black is the secondary color in the comics and now
red
it's the main. I would have maybe just switched that, made like the black portions of the suit red and the red portions of the suit black to make it look more like the comics, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not bad, and I think the biggest part is the helmet. I think if you're gonna make it like an older, bulkier helmet, you might as well make it a bulkier helmet. Like, I don't think that it's a bad helmet, but if they were to make it a little bit more bulky, like, I would not have minded that.
Yeah, maybe more
just
like
to make it look
comic.
earlier. Like, but yeah, it wouldn't have been that bad to change that up a little bit. But yeah. Otherwise, pretty good movie. And not much that I would change.
Yeah.
And it's not one of those ones that like really stands out to me, but it is one that I always enjoy to watch.
Mm-hmm. I do really like this movie.
Yeah, for sure. Do you like when this was released, timeline wise?
I do. I think
right
it comes out
Civil War, right after Age of Ultron.
Yep. I think it gives us sort of a break between like the big major events, because obviously if this movie wasn't placed where it was, you go right from Ultron into Civil War, and it would be like just like, whoa, we're doing two like major events in the Marvel universe at the same one after the other. And this also does give us a look at the aftermath of Age of Ultron, where we obviously see Hank Pym like talking about how
the city gets dropped and everything. But talking of that a little bit, and I mean we'll go into that with next week's video. I think Civil War is too early in the MCU timeline.
I would say, yeah.
And not that the storyline is bad, but like the size of it was not what it should be for Civil
War. we've only gotten 12 MCU movies, and now we're having like one of the biggest events in Marvel. Like, we only have a couple heroes in the world, and we're having one of these major, huge events.
And see, that's what I really like about Ant-Man, is that it's bringing in heroes and it's making reference to other heroes who haven't shown up yet and stuff like that. Like, it mentions a guy who can jump and stuff, and referencing Spider-Man, and it builds into Civil War as its own movie, not Civil War as the conflict, but the idea of it's actually bringing the other heroes in that aren't part of the Avengers.
Yep.
Like, I really like that part of this movie. But yeah, right after Age of Ultron, it becomes a more grounded, somewhat more grounded.
Yep.
But yeah, no, not a bad time for it to release.
Do you think it's weird that they released Ant-Man right after Age of Ultron, when in comics, like, Ant-Man is intrinsically tied to Ultron?
It frustrated me to no end when they were like, Ant-Man's the next movie after Age of Ultron, and I was like, really? Like, you have Ant-Man being filmed, and you still decide to make Ultron before you have Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't make Ant-Man involved completely with Ultron, like, why? Why would that be the next movie that you plan after Ultron?
It's sort of just trying to piss off all the comic fans.
Yeah, really. And it did, because I was upset about that. And overall, I think that Ant-Man probably suffered for it, personally. Like, I think the movie could have been a lot better if you had more of a build-up of Hank Pym and stuff. And like, you could have had Hank Pym be involved in earlier stuff, like even back to Captain America: The First Avenger. Like, you could have had him involved in that, and
or you could have even like had his name brought up in Winter Soldier, where Sitwell's like naming off those names. He could have been like Stephen Strange, Hank Pym, and then just because he was involved in S.H.I.E.L.D., he was one of the founders. So I don't know why his name wouldn't have been mentioned before this.
Yeah, they show Peggy Carter and Howard Stark and Hank Pym together, and it's like, it's frustrating. But I don't know enough about the Agent Carter show if they try to make it make sense, but yeah. Otherwise, this movie could have been a lot better with more of a build up to his character. But yeah, it's too late for that now.
With the benefit of hindsight,
yes,
as
with
Ultron
the benefit
would say.
of hindsight, does the CGI hold up?
Yeah, I didn't notice a moment in this, maybe except for when the ant is blown up,
Oh, yeah.
or the ant is grown, where
Yeah.
I noticed like it looks a little weird.
There's one or two spots where it's got a little bit of floating head, which I pointed out one to you, but you didn't even see it after we looked at it.
Yeah,
again,
I didn't really notice it.
It's right after the scene where he first shrinks down and then he's on top of the car, and like the helmet's not quite moving with his head properly, but I think they went for a more cartoony look with the ants, and I think that helped a lot.
Yeah,
like,
if they just looked like real ants, I think kids probably would have been horrified.
Oh yeah, no, if they went for like 100% real, I think one, that the CGI would not have looked as good, and two, it would have been almost a horror movie. Like, especially those training scenes, which are supposed to be lighter and more
or like when that rat
moments.
shows up.
Yeah.
Do you think that rat could be the one who set Ant-Man free in Endgame?
He met Ant-Man first there, and he was like, "I'm gonna save you one day."
Yeah. You know,
but
I'm gonna be the unsung hero of the MCU.
I mean, it would be he would have been dead long before that.
Probably.
It would have to be one of his kids.
No, it's an immortal ant. It's an immortal rat. It's Splinter.
It's Splinter. Oh man.
Yeah, you got Splinter before he gets mutated.
It would be funny if they tried. I mean, it would be awful, but at the same time, it would be hilarious if they tried to connect that rat to.
Imagine if like the Michael Bay movie is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That would be horrible.
Oh my gosh, that would be so bad. But yeah, character consistency. What do you think?
I thought all the characters remained pretty consistent, except for the husband. Yeah, I think his switch around on Scott was a little fast, but I also do understand it. It's like he thought that he was just a thief, a thug, a criminal, and now he's out here saving not only his daughter but also his Paxton's stepdaughter, which I would assume that he does see her as sort of his daughter. Yeah, at this point,
for sure.
So he does seem to genuinely care about Cassie and the wife. So I do like him, but he does kind of seem like a prick earlier in the movie.
Yeah, they lean too hard into it at first, but at the same time, it's understandable. Like, Scott just got out of prison.
Like, he doesn't want Cassie to be around a criminal.
He shows up at Cassie's birthday party.
And, like, he doesn't know Scott.
Yeah,
like,
no.
The only thing he knows about him is, like, he just got out of prison, and he's my wife's ex.
Yeah.
Like, why would you like him?
Yeah, no, it's completely understandable for him to be like, yeah, no, I don't want you around. Like, your chance is over.
Like, get out of my house.
Yeah. But me personally, I actually like the way they handled Paxton's character, because like I like the way they protected.
I like the way they handled it. I just think that the switch up was a little fast.
And I agree completely with that, but at the same time, essentially the whole movie he's trying to arrest Scott. Like,
yeah, and then that's what I'm saying. Like, the whole movie he's out to arrest Scott, and then they're in the bedroom, and Scott comes back, and he's just like, "Man, get out of here."
I mean,
he
literally just saved everyone's lives.
I get it, but point. it also just seems a little rough.
It is a little bit fast. Like, you could have had a little bit of softening beforehand, but understandable.
Because literally the scene we have with Scott and then before that is they're in the police car, and he turns around and tells Scott to shut up.
Don't move, don't talk. Yeah, but I like Paxton's character in this movie personally. Like, I'd say probably 98% of movies, when they have a step parent, they are evil, and like Paxton's not, which is refreshing.
I would agree.
Like, I like that of this movie, where they're like, no, Paxton's doing what's right, for his family. Like, so I mean, I liked his character. I was gonna bring it up later on, but since we're on him already. I was like,
I thought
why not?
I thought he was a fine character. I just thought the switch up was a little fast.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see maybe a little more development with him.
Yeah, no, he definitely could have used a little bit more. And I mean, he shows up in the second one a little bit.
I don't think he even appears in the third one.
No, he
or the
doesn't show
mom.
up. Yeah, no, the no, we'll get to that one eventually. But
did they get dusted?
Even if they did, at that point, the third one, they're back and they should be there. Like, I'm just saying, but we'll get to that one eventually, which will be, oh my gosh, a painful one to have to rewatch.
Because I mean, imagine that, like Cassie, her dad is gone. He didn't get dusted, but he's gone. He doesn't know where they are. And then all of a sudden, her stepdad and her mom also get dusted, and she's like,
yeah, just suddenly alone. Which it would have been 5 years before, so she would have been like 11 or 12. So pretty young for. Anyways, that's for Quantumania. When we get to that and get to talk about that, but end credit scene. We had the first one was. What was the first one?
The Wasp tease.
Yeah, that's right. The Wasp outfit shown, and then the second one is Bucky with his arm stuck in the hydraulic press, and the lead up to
Civil War.
Yep. Which we'll get to it, but there's I think the end credit scenes did well for setting up the things that come after. I mean, the next Ant-Man movie is Ant-Man and the Wasp, so it's good that they already had established, like, hey, we're building Hope a suit. Like, there's no reason that shouldn't have been. But yeah, so anything else you want to add about end credit scene?
No, I don't think I have anything else that I would like to add.
Then ranking this movie.
Where do you want to place it?
I would personally place it above Guardians.
I think it's a solid B. High B.
I want to see where Guardians is at before I say...
Guardians is the top of C.
It's the top of C.
It's only better than The Incredible Hulk.
Here, wait. I'd put Ant-Man above Thor: The Dark World. And
I think I'd put it above Iron Man 2 as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. So right in the middle of B. So mid B.
Yep.
For Ant-Man, which is pretty positive for it. But yeah, no. That's a solid one. I agree with that for sure.
Yep.
So any other shots for this movie?
No, I don't.
One of the things I brought up even while we were watching it, if this was to come out in Phase 3, they would have pushed it back and made it a Disney Plus show.
Oh yeah, they would not have
probably
given this a movie.
Yeah. Like just saying. It probably would have sucked as a Disney Plus show.
Where do you think you're ranking Hope and Scott on the relationship level? I think they're one of the best.
I think they are definitely one of the better ones. Like, maybe we'll do a dedicated episode when we get through the end of Phase 3, and we'll do like a Marvel MCU relationships one.
Yeah,
like that would be an interesting one to do. But one of the notes I have says, I feel like Darren Cross and Mark Zuckerberg would get along well.
Yeah, probably.
just random thought that I had during the movie. And then Darren Cross mentions Tales to Astonish.
Yes, he does. He calls out the
which was a cool reference. Yep. And honestly, I think one of the reasons Ant-Man is one of the higher movies is simply because it is a heist movie. Like,
it works for the movie.
Yeah, of the movies we have so far, we have war movie, we have a spy movie, and then we have superhero movies. Like, it's good when they have those random offshoots that aren't specifically hero movies.
Yeah.
Like,
because Iron Man, I would say, is more of just a regular superhero movie. Incredible Hulk is
definitely a superhero.
No, I would say Hulk is more like a what's it called?
sci-fi.
No, like an on the run type of movie.
I guess a little bit, but me personally, I think they lean too much into spectacle scenes.
That's only really towards the end. Once,
I mean,
Incredible Hulk is more of a horror movie than anything, especially if you take in like the beginning and
I guess a little bit like a horror movie, but
and then you get Iron Man 2, which is really just a run of the mill superhero movie.
Yeah,
Thor is kind of a mythological type of movie, and then
mythological heroes.
Yeah. Captain America is
war
movie. We get a team up movie with the Avengers. Iron Man 3 Christmas movie. Then we get Thor: The Dark World. It's sort of like an interdimensional type of thing.
Yeah, trying to bring in more of the different realms and stuff.
And then you get Winter Soldier, which is a spy thriller. Movie. Guardians, which is a space intergalactic opera kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess that one's not quite superhero.
Yep. And then Age of Ultron, which is just another run-of-the-mill superhero movie. And then we get a heist movie. We have a very good variety of different types of movies in the MCU.
And it was pretty cool for the time. Like, and I mean, kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier, it definitely released at a good time. Like year wise.
Yeah.
Like 2015 was definitely a good year for it. But again, like having it right after Age of Ultron, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But some of the other things I had, Ant-Man being able to get or Scott being able to get the suit on in 4 seconds in the prison scene.
Yeah, they should have given him a little more time on that.
They should have made it like 20 seconds at least, so that way you could be somewhat believing that he could get it in, get in the suit. But like, it's literally like 10, 9, 8, and then he starts to pick up the suit, and then when it shows him putting the helmet on, it's like 4, and it's like 4 seconds?
I mean, I guess if it's like the suit was like a onesie, he could like just slide the whole thing on in one
Yeah,
pull.
But aren't the gloves like almost separate? Like
he wasn't wearing the gloves while he was putting the helmet on.
Yeah, but that's my point. Is like he's got 4 seconds left, and he's putting the gloves on, and he's getting the helmet on, and it's like, so he got the whole suit on, zipped it up, which the zipper's in the back.
No, I always thought that this was like the zipper right here.
No, because this is part of the things connected to the regulator.
Mm.
If there's a zipper there, there's many more problems with the suit.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, just nitpicky little things about that that scene. But the training
maybe what it does is it's like the Spider-Man suit where it's like a little bigger, and then when he gets it on, it like form fits. I could see that.
Yeah, I could see,
because the whole point of the suit is that it can
the suit changes size. So yeah, that makes sense. But at the same time, yeah, that seems, if they had shown him getting it on in 4 seconds, it would have made more sense. But there's definitely a zipper on the suit, because when it's on the ground there, you can see the back of the collar, and the back of the collar is already open. I just remember that. So the zipper is in the back for sure, and trying to zip yourself up.
Maybe it's not a zipper. Maybe it's just like a magnetic clamp or something. I mean, it is an advanced suit. I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, but even still, 4 seconds is it's a pretty wide stretch of the imagination that you could get in that suit. But training scene. The
training scene is good. It's one of my favorite montages.
Which it's like almost 8 minutes long of training, and I really do like
when he keeps heading at the door and he just keeps slamming into the door. How did that door not just break off the hinges? Like, that's a really old door.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's like a solid oak one, and the hinges are like those old cast iron hinges,
it'd be
that would hurt to run into, and he would not be doing any damage to that door. Just saying. But yeah, no. Other than that, the quantum realm that they show in this,
much better than Quantumania.
Yes,
the way that it's depicted, the different sort of dimensions in the quantum realm itself, the way that it works
shows him
and
going
moves
down into the quantum realm, and everything. Like, the reason Quantumania should not exist is simply because of Ant-Man.
Yeah,
and for many other reasons, but the main reason
mainly
is that
mainly because it's just a bad movie.
Yes, well, but they should never have been attempting to do quantum.
I did see a theory on that where when Scott went into the quantum realm in this movie, Kang hadn't gone back in time yet. So when Scott gets out of the quantum realm, Kang would have gone back in time, and that's how the civilization grew from Kang being in the quantum realm.
There's not even ground there. So literally,
that we see in the movie.
Well, yeah, but he's down there for a full minute, which in the quantum realm could be years, which they say his time dilation is not possibly correct.
Yeah.
In this movie. So if he's down there for a year and nothing's happened, like there's too many problems for the quantum realm, in my personal opinion. But yeah, other than that, yeah, no, it's a great movie. If you never saw Quantumania, I probably would have ranked it higher. just saying.
Yeah,
I might have put it above Iron Man 3 if it wasn't.
What did you think of the castings of this movie? What did you think about
Paul Rudd is great as Scott Lang. The actress for Hope is really good.
Yep.
Paxton was great.
Mm-hmm. The crew.
Hank Pym is good.
The heist crew was really good.
I liked most of them. I feel like the token black guy was overdone. Like, not that he was bad per se, but it was just like he didn't have to be the way he was for him to be.
Yeah, I guess.
Like it was token black guy in the movie, but they could have had a black guy and made him act differently, and it would have been better in my opinion. But yeah, I think the casting was really good, except for Darren Cross. I feel like. Not that he should have been more intimidating, but maybe he should have been wimpier. Make him a full-on nerd and give him some credence to him being like, hey, why is Hank not accepting me? Like, make him actually feel like he should be a part of Hank's world, whereas it feels like he's that corporate CEO, and it's like, Hank never would have brought this guy in. Like, they have a couple lines where he's like, oh, I saw you as the son that I never had, and he's like, I saw a lot of me in you, kind of thing, and the casting choice was not great for that.
I thought it was fine. The way I understood it is he was like that when he was first brought on, but through the years of Hank not giving him probably the credit that he deserved, not telling him he's good enough, and all of that, he would probably project that onto Hank and be like, you know what, screw you, I'm going to be the best version of you I can be. So maybe he did go and he hit the gym, maybe he took
I guess, but Iron Man 3 already did that.
Yeah, which is why we probably didn't see it, but that was always what I imagined the situation was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't think he started out as like a tech mogul businessman and he just grew into that as like he became more psychotic.
I don't know. If they had something like, oh, he was much different when he was younger, but there's not even a line like that in this movie. And like, even if they had just a line like that, like, he wasn't like this when I hired him kind of thing. Like, it would have brought a lot more to his character. Yeah. But yeah, overall, it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. Could have been better.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is the end of phase 2. You want to do some theories and speculations?
I don't really think I have any. Do you have any?
Well, you said you wanted to talk about lanterns.
Yep, we can talk about lanterns. What did you think of the trailer? Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I watched the trailer. I know a lot of people are complaining that he doesn't have like the green glow around him when he's flying and stuff.
Which, I mean, I could understand that criticism because, yeah, sure, like, that's how it works in the comics and a lot of other stuff, but there's also a lot of examples where that's not how it works.
I heard in the James Gunn Superman
that's
movie,
not how it works.
He doesn't have
Guy Gardner doesn't have that green aura.
So if you're going to be like, yeah, the Lantern show is connected to Superman movie, like,
why? Yeah, why would you?
If he has the green glow, people are going to complain about it.
Yeah, most of the controversy I've seen is around the suit.
Yes,
which I have
talked about.
I do understand. I have gone in. I photoshopped it a little bit. I've given it more of a the green instead of the gold. But, like, we haven't seen the show yet. We don't know what the context is of the suit being in the closet. We don't even know if it's Hal Jordan or Guy Gardner's.
Yeah.
I mean, or John Stewart's. Like, a theory I've been seeing is that it's Alan Scott's old
like, it's
suit.
not even a Lantern who's there anymore suit.
Like, I think people just need to stop complaining, wait for the show to come out, and then make their judgment. Because people are, like, already boycotting the show, and we've gotten one trailer.
And see, one of the things that I theorized was that when he's wearing the suit and using the Green Lantern ring, the colors will become green, which would make sense, as well as make the suit look proper.
Yeah. I also had a theory that, so in the comic books, Hal Jordan is taken over by an evil entity known as Parallax. I could also see when maybe Hal was, this could be like after that happens, and the reason he has John Stewart is that he has to, like, reaffirm that he's good to be Green Lantern, so he needs to take on a trainee to, like, maybe, I don't know, prove himself back to the Guardians or something like that. And maybe the suit is left over from his time when he was Parallax. That's why the colors are more muted. It has that little bit of a golden hue to it.
Yeah.
I could see them going down that route.
And if they did that, then...
Route.
Either one. Both work.
Yeah.
But if they did that, then it would 100% make sense. And personally, I think they shouldn't have shown the suit in the trailer.
Yeah.
I think they should have waited.
And I do think that the reason the trailer was the way it was is to, like, fake out the audience a little bit, because a lot of people were expecting it to be like a big space opera, which I do think they could also do, because
for sure.
My personal theory is that everything we've seen in the trailer is from either the first episode or the first 2 episodes, where it's more grounded. It's getting us into the world, endearing us to Hal Jordan and John Stewart as characters before we get, obviously, into the big mystery of it all.
Yeah. And I mean, I would agree with that, because when you have a show that's based on something and then you're trying to bring a mystery into that show, which, watching the trailer, it feels like a buddy cop mystery show.
Yeah.
Like,
which is what it's always been, which is what James Gunn has always said it was.
Yeah.
He said this is going to be more like True Detective than a space opera.
Yeah.
Which, like, what were you guys expecting? He literally told you.
If you're going to have a mystery that's going through the whole season, then it has to be something that either ties to the comics or it's not going to go the whole season. Like,
and I also did see a something that was tweeted or posted that apparently Sinestro is going to be in every episode of the series. Yeah, I did
hear that.
Which, another one of my theories
But again, that one's just a rumor, so that might not even be.
Which, another theory of mine is maybe the suit that we see is Sinestro's suit.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
And then it's dull, and then when he's using the ring, it brightens up. Like, no, that would make sense. And that's cool. It's a cool thought to have, for sure. And other than Lanterns, what else have we seen recently?
Daredevil season 2
trailer, which
we've gotten a new one.
I would have to watch again the first one. I know they have Jessica Jones in the trailer.
Do you want me to pull it up?
No, I don't want to put off the video and, like, watch it, just because.
I mean, I could just cut this section out of us watching it.
Sure, why not? Is your computer not connected to Wi-Fi?
No, it is.
Should be. I was gonna say.
There's a new trailer that was released yesterday.
Age of Ultron was part 11.
Okay, so this is part 12.
Yeah.
Hope you can walk because I'm not carrying you.
So, or shovel. Anti-vigilante task force.
You want to watch the new trailer?
Yeah, let's watch the new trailer too, just so I can make some claims and stuff. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched that trailer. So.
Hope you can walk because I'm not carrying you. So what's next? We're gonna take this city back. It should be tons of fun. This city can't go unchecked.
Oh, they brought in
Sword Master.
Yep.
So out
He was in Hawkeye, so.
Can you stop him?
Yep, it's coming soon.
Okay. So,
what do we think of the new suit? Let's start with that. The black.
I like the new suit. I'm glad that they have the
double Ds.
Double D on
Finally.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gotten
they should have had that back in season 2.
So we've gotten 4 full Daredevil seasons without the double D. We've had him appear in She-Hulk, Echo, with no double D.
Yeah, and the Defenders.
And the Defenders.
Yeah. Which, admittedly, he didn't have a suit in the Defenders, but...
He gets it by the end.
Did he get
the final episode he has it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched it, but...
Which we will be watching.
No, you will.
I will.
And I'll question you on it.
Yep, interview style.
The cool thing was to see Jack from Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah, Swords Master.
Yeah, yeah. And
I wonder what role he's going to play. Matthew Lillard in the trailer. Who do you think he's going to be?
I don't know, because the way he looks, he kind of made me think of Commissioner Gordon. And I was like...
Matthew Lillard has been fan casted as Commissioner Gordon.
He could pull it off, for sure. But I'm curious if he's going to be like the person running against Fisk. That
was interesting. I've seen people say that he could be the Owl, which was actually set up in Daredevil season 1. The accountant guy.
Oh, yeah.
Who Fisk kills.
His name?
Is Leland Owlsley, but he does mention him having a son. So I'm theorizing that Matthew Lillard could be playing the Owl, who would be the son of him going for revenge for Wilson Fisk killing his father.
I could see that, but
it would help tie in the Netflix universe into the
to the
world.
MCU stuff, and it will be interesting for sure to see Jack back from Hawkeye, because one, I feel like his character didn't get enough in Hawkeye.
No, he only showed up in he's 2 episodes.
Her stepdad.
Yeah.
In the show, and then he gets he's in the first episode. He's thought to be the main villain for a little bit, and then I guess he gets more time in Hawkeye than I was thinking, because they do think he's the main villain and they keep going after him, and then they find out the mom was the one who's spoilers.
So
but
it has been confirmed that Iron Fist is coming back in Daredevil Born Again season 2.
Yes, which I am glad of, because I think that actor is a good choice for Iron Fist, and I think the show was just crap because of bad writing.
I think they could be doing the storyline that they did in Civil War, where Danny Rand takes over the mantle as Daredevil, maybe for like an episode or something. Cool. Maybe we start the show like that, because we do see Matt dancing with Karen, and it seems like maybe he hasn't been Daredevil for a little while.
One, it looks like he hasn't been Daredevil for a while, and then two, he looks like something happens to his ears in that scene.
Yep.
If he can't hear anything, obviously he can't be Daredevil.
Yep.
So if they do something like that where he shows up and it's like, hey, I'll take over for a while kind of thing.
Yeah, and then we see
really cool.
We see Jessica Jones is coming back. She's been confirmed to come back for a while.
You know what would be really crazy? Is if they bring it all back to the Netflix shows and they end up having Luke Cage be like the main villain.
I want Luke Cage to come back.
Because in the end of the Luke Cage show, he takes over the gang empire in Harlem. And so if they have him running Harlem and like Kingpin's running as the mayor, and then you have Matthew Lillard's character like attacking Kingpin as the legal side of things, and then you have Luke Cage attacking him from the non-legal side of things, and then you have they could pull.
I could see that, yeah.
Like it would be pretty cool. And not that I think Luke Cage will become the villain, but I think he'll be seen as the villain at first, and it'll be like one of those things where it's like, no, I've cleaned up like all the, like, we're not running drugs, we're not running weapons. Like,
sort of like the Red Hood.
We've become the protectors of this area.
Yeah, sort of like a Red Hood type of character where it's like, I'm taking over the criminal empire not to gain any money from it or power, but to make sure that the crime stays in check.
Yes, yeah. Which would be really cool to see, and it would be really cool to have the Defenders back together again. Because, like, I don't hate the Defenders.
Yeah, show, and even from did you watch season 1 of Born Again?
Of Born Again, I watched the first 2 episodes, and then I stopped because
so they could also bring back the White Tiger's niece, who was confirmed. So maybe we could get an even bigger Defenders if, let's say, Iron Fist shows up, Daredevil's in it, Jessica Jones in it, Luke Cage could potentially be in it. John Bernthal's Punisher has been confirmed to not be appearing in season 2.
Yeah, he's not going to be there.
You could have
mainly because he's going to be doing Brand New Day. Time.
We could get
which is going to be
the White Tiger.
So this is supposed to be happening before Brand New Day.
Yep.
Which means that a lot of the stuff that happens in season 2 could impact Brand New Day.
Yep. So
and it makes me curious because I know they're planning on doing a time jump, but if they do a time jump and there's so many villains for Brand New Day, does that mean something happens in Daredevil Born Again season 2 that will release all these villains from prison?
That is a potential, because
if they do something like that, where, like, say, what's the prison off the side of
the Raft?
The Raft is one of them, but the Rikers. But if Rikers has an outbreak and they literally all the villains escape, and that's something that happens during Daredevil Born Again, and then they're dealing with some of Riker's villains while Spider-Man's dealing with essentially the other half of Riker's villains.
Yeah.
Like, that would be pretty interesting to do. My main concern about that is that I don't think the people who are doing Daredevil are connected at all with people who are doing Brand New Day.
Yeah.
And that is a worry to me, but they could have some details and be like, hey, is something big going to happen to the city in Daredevil Born Again?
Well, it has been confirmed. It has been confirmed that in this season, the Mayor Fisk storyline will be closed.
Yes.
Kingpin will no longer be the mayor of New York City by the time Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out. So could it be that Tombstone is going for a power grab in that movie to become the new mayor of New York? Because obviously,
well, then Tombstone has to show up in Brand New Day. Not in Brand New Day, in Daredevil Born Again.
I don't think he needs to be in Born Again to explain that.
I mean, they could just reference him and be like, oh, the running up is Adrian, and it's like something like that, something random. But yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see for sure. But I am semi excited for Daredevil Born Again. which I'm hoping will hold up better than the first season.
I liked the first season.
I'm sure it gets better after the first 2 episodes, but after watching the first 2 episodes, I was just like, I don't want to watch anymore. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with that for now.
So we did see Foggy. I don't know if you caught it. We did see Foggy in the trailer.
You do see Foggy for a
flashback, or do you think he's coming back? I personally hope they don't revive Foggy, just because I think it would take away from his death in season 1. I would love to see him in flashbacks, though.
Yeah, if we get flashbacks, it would work, but knowing them, no one really stays dead anymore. They could easily bring him back. And the problem is with the Hand, if you're going to do a Hand storyline...
Which the Hand is confirmed to be appearing in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah. Which means that they could bring... You know what would be interesting is if he only has flashbacks in Daredevil Born Again, and then he gets revived in Brand New Day.
That could be interesting.
And then that's how they make the next crossover event for Spider-Man and Daredevil.
While...
Foggy
because
and
I don't know how they would be able to fit Daredevil, and Spider-Man's confirmed not to be in Avengers Doomsday. So maybe alongside Avengers Doomsday, there's also
not Tom Holland Spider-Man specifically.
Yeah, not Tom Holland Spider-Man. But maybe alongside Avengers Doomsday, which is going to be a very cosmic level event, we could have a smaller story where it could be like the Marvel Knights, where we could see Tom Holland Spider-Man, Daredevil, White Tiger, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica
essentially
Jones.
Do another Defenders.
Yeah, or like a Marvel Knights sort of.
And personally, I think they should do a movie.
Yes, I would love to see a movie.
I don't think they should do a Defenders show, especially if they're going to have Spider-Man involved.
Spider-Man's not allowed to show up in any of the shows.
I know
that's the reason why.
I know he's not, but they had the Spider-Man theme play in the end of season 1 of Born Again, right? It was one of the background motifs when he's talking about getting help.
I don't remember that, but
I remember clips going around and people were like, "This is literally from No Way Home. This is soundtrack from that."
I don't remember.
But yeah, so it would be interesting if Daredevil just ends up showing up in Brand New Day, and I don't mean Matt Murdock. I mean Daredevil showing up, because
we obviously got Matt Murdock,
especially if we have a Riker's breakout. It would be pretty interesting and easily doable for so many reasons. But
so we have already talked about Daredevil Born Again season 2, and we're already talking about it now. You want to talk about Brand New Day? Any new ideas or theories or speculations?
I don't think I have any new ones from what we talked about last time.
So I went and rewatched Spectacular Spider-Man. Best Spider-Man show of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's a very clear blueprint of what they could be doing for the new show. So in Spectacular Spider-Man, basically you have L. Thompson Lincoln Tombstone, who is contracting Oscorp to create new villains to fight Spider-Man. I think they could do something similar to that, which is why we have so many villains in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Well, most of the ones they've confirmed are ones that already exist, which is why my theory of Scorpion, he already existed.
Scorpion has been shown. He doesn't have the suit. He doesn't have any powers. We haven't seen Tarantula yet. We haven't seen Boomerang yet.
I guess that's true.
And here's where the theory comes in. We have Spider-Man take down these villains, and then he goes to L. Thompson Lincoln, like in the Spectacular Spider-Man show, where Tombstone offers Spider-Man money
to protect him,
to not interfere with some crimes. And that could be how we get to see this Spider-Man's version of Uncle Ben. And we could even do just make it completely not copy Spectacular Spider-Man, but we could have in maybe the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland, we could have him get the symbiote, and then he goes to Tombstone and takes the offer, and we see the fight between Peter Parker and the symbiote in the church, like in Spectacular Spider-Man, and then maybe Tombstone is the villain of the next new Spider-Man trilogy, which I could see working.
It could work for sure, especially if they want to keep using Kingpin to be Daredevil's villain, and they don't want to end Daredevil.
Because Daredevil is getting a 3rd season.
Hopefully.
No, it's been confirmed.
Have they started filming yet?
I think so, yeah.
Because I've seen things when they confirm them, and then a couple months down the line, they're like, oh, well.
No. I don't know. Because I've heard it's confirmed to be getting a season 3.
If season 2 doesn't do well, I have the feeling that confirmation will go away. Just saying, because I know season 1 underperformed for them, but if season 2 also underperforms for them, I have the feeling Daredevil wouldn't get a season 3. But just a random speculation. They've been burning money through quite a few bad things as well as some good things. So I mean, yeah, it could be that they'll make a season 3 even if it's making them 0 money.
Yep.
But
so is there anything else that we should talk about? Any new DC news, Marvel news?
I don't think there's been any new DC stuff that I've seen. Henry Cavill was talking with Zack Snyder recently. And with the Warner Brothers merger with Paramount, the Snyderverse could come back in some way. Which I kind of would rather have a Crisis on Infinite Earths kind of
that
thing,
would be cool, yeah.
Where they take Snyderverse and combine it with James Gunn's,
or
do something like that.
What they could do,
you could have Christian Bale come back. You could have Michael Keaton come back.
What they could do
Ben Affleck.
is they could bring in them as the Justice Lords, and maybe have the Snyderverse be the Justice Lord timeline. And that means that we wouldn't have to bring back Ezra Miller as a Flash because he'd be dead.
That's true.
We could get the Green Lantern from that world. We could have Henry Cavill come back, Batman come back, Ben Affleck come back. And supposedly we're getting a Ben Affleck Batman Dark Knight Returns movie.
Maybe.
Which I think
are mostly
could
rumors.
Be cool. Which I think could be cool. I would love to see a Ben Affleck Dark Knight Returns movie.
For sure. Like there definitely could be
Henry Cavill returns as Superman. And what I would love to see is if they would recast the Joker, because in the Dark Knight Returns universe, Joker is just as old as Batman. I don't think Jared Leto can pull it off. Get Willem Dafoe to be the Dark Knight Returns Joker.
Willem Dafoe against Ben Affleck. Batman.
It would be so good. It would be so good.
That would be insanely.
Especially with some of the obviously the dialogue that Joker would have in the Dark Knight Returns. It's very reminiscent of the Green Goblin from Spider-Man 2002. Or
also William Dafoe's laugh. It's just
it would work
crazy Joker
so well. And then I was even thinking you could bring in Sadie Sink maybe to be Carrie Kelly Robin. I could see Sadie Sink pull it off.
I just don't like that Robin, so
yeah,
I don't want an actor or an actress that I like to do that role.
Maybe it'll make you like the role.
Maybe it'll make me like that character in that movie.
I don't mind Carrie Kelly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in the Dark Knight cartoon movie, it's probably worse than because it's been a while since I've read the comic, but it's not been so long since I watched it.
And we're taking this full circle. Speaking of the Dark Knight Returns, the video will have released a week ago at this point. It hasn't released while we are filming, but the top 25 comic book review video should have released last week. And
middle of the week, hopefully.
Yep. And now we are officially going to be putting out our first episode of the Comic Book Book Club.
We'll do hopefully 2 times a month. Maybe only 1 time a month, depending on how much free time
we'll try to get it out as often as we can, but obviously we have a lot of other things that we have to do. Like
you still have to finish watching Daredevil, so I can interview you for that and stuff. But
so that the Dark Knight Returns episode of the book club should hopefully be coming out within the next week or 2 from when this is released. From when this is released.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to go over?
I think that's good.
All right. So with that, we have just finished phase 2 of the MCU with Ant-Man. This has been a fantastic journey. I can't wait to get into to next week's video, starting
with
phase
Civil
3, starting
War.
with Civil War. This is a great time. Wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. Bang. And that's all. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and come back for more.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.